I was so happy to discover this box behind the front door from Rose Forever, New York. They asked me if I would like to receive a beautiful arrangement and showcase it on my channel. I was delighted. I've done this before and they are just amazing roses. I want to show you first just how beautifully packaged this arrangement is. You can see that the black velvet box is stunning, and wait till I show you what's inside. There's 16 luxurious red roses. Receiving or gifting roses is always delightful, but what makes these especially amazing is that they are 100% natural fresh roses. But they have been preserved using natural oils, nothing chemical, to keep their vibrant beauty alive for a year or more. I have an arrangement that was gifted to me over a year ago, and it's still beautiful. The arrangements are handcrafted by professional rose artisans, and they come in round, square, and even heart-shaped boxes in a wide variety of sizes. All the rose boxes are covered in the material of vegan suede and velvet, and the flowers are allergen-free. They deliver worldwide. These exquisite arrangements are crafted to enhance any occasion, adding elegance and charm for a birthday, a bridal shower, an anniversary, or any of the upcoming holidays. I'm looking forward to having these red roses displayed with my Christmas decor. I gifted a lovely arrangement to a beloved friend who's suffering with an illness. I also delighted some family members on their anniversary with an arrangement of cream-colored roses, again in the beautiful black suede box. I'll show you more upcoming in the next few minutes, but first, I want to dive in to a really fun project today. I'm going to be showing you how to create 3 different Christmas ornaments. The first will use a toy soldier designed on rice paper, and as you can see here, I'm using a water pen to outline the design around a plastic ornament. Water pens are very convenient because they do enable you to create a deckled or feathered edge, and rice paper is best when it's torn rather than cut. As you can see, now that I have the design torn out, I've flipped it over so that it's upside down. This is a reverse decoupage technique that I'm demonstrating for you. I'm using a pouncer brush and some decoupage glue to just pounce that glue over the back side of the rice paper. It will saturate through the fibers of the paper and adhere nicely to the ornament. I'm using this dryer just to expedite the drying process because I'm excited to get to the next step when I'll show you how we're going to enhance this. You can see now, looking through the front of the ornament, you can see the toy soldier is very vibrant. But to enhance that vibrancy, I'm now pouncing on some white paint. This is Dixie Belle chalk mineral paint in the color cotton. I'm now using an alcohol wipe just to clean off any residue of paint or decoupage glue, and we'll just get that nice and cleaned off before we move on to the next fun step. After that first coat of paint thoroughly dried, I'm now using my pouncer brush to apply a second coat. You can see that the back is somewhat irregular in texture. That's because we're painting over the back surface of that rice paper. But we're going to do something really pretty to conceal that. First, though, we need to let it thoroughly dry. And while that dries, I'm tearing some other rice paper that I had. This is a lovely musical score design, and I'm just going to use that to cover the back of the ornament because we don't want that uneven painted surface exposed. I'm tearing slits into the rice paper so that it will nicely wrap itself over the contours of that round ball. And you can see how pretty this is going to be. Now, this is the traditional decoupage where the design is facing forward. Again, I'm using the pouncer brush to saturate the rice paper so it will nicely adhere. And while that dries, I'm going to show you the beginnings of our next ornament. For this, I'm using a canvas from Dollar Tree. I have a 2-part 4-inch plastic domed ornament, and I'm just going to be using 1/2. You'll see that I'm going to just trace around the outline of this ornament, and then we'll cut out that perfect circle. I merely cut out around that outline, and it will perfectly fit the back side of the ornament. The canvas will provide a perfect textural background for this napkin with this beautiful nativity design. The first thing you want to do is to separate the plies of the napkin because we only want the top layer of the design. You can see this napkin has 3 plies. An easy way to do that is to put some decoupage glue between your thumb and index finger, and then by touching that corner, it will separate easily. I applied a coat of decoupage glue. In this case, I used some Mod Podge, and I laid my napkin, of course, right side up, and you can see that that will allow the texture of the canvas to come through the nativity design, creating ultimately the look of a painted-on image. I used the plastic just to smooth out any wrinkles or bubbles. The napkin at this stage is very delicate because it's wet. Should you create a tear, which I often have done, you can just cut a corresponding piece of the design from another napkin and piece it in just like a jigsaw puzzle, adding a drop of decoupage glue over top. You'll never know the difference. So after just broadly cutting some of the excess away, I'm again using the plastic just to smooth out any remaining wrinkles or bubbles. Now I'll set this one aside just to dry thoroughly before we cut it out perfectly. And in the meantime, I want to go ahead and trim around the outer perimeter. And although I'll try to trim as closely as I can, you'll see it'll still leave a rough edge. But don't worry, we'll cover that up with some pretty adornments later on. And I'm eager to show you how many beautiful embellishments we're going to use. In the meantime, though, I do want to allow this to dry, and then I'm going to add several coats of the Polyvine wood varnish in the satin finish. That will give the back of the ornament a beautiful sheen. This is the product I'm using, and DecoupageNapkins.com sells this product along with thousands of other crafting supplies. I love to purchase rice paper and paints and all kinds of crafting supplies from them. I'll include the link in the description box below. My name is Lisa, and I want to welcome you to my channel. If you're new, a special welcome. And to all my returning friends and viewers, thank you so much for your support of my channel. Through this channel and across the miles, I feel blessed to have gotten to know so many wonderful people. And Pamela, you're one of those I'm thinking of at the moment. I always love to receive your sweet messages and comments. Now, as we return to finish up the toy soldier design, I'm using a thin line of hot glue to go along that rough edge where we have the musical score. And I want to use some of this pretty glittered pipe cleaner that I bought in a package from Dollar Tree. This will nicely define and conceal that raw edge. And I'm just going to go all the way around the circumference of this. And then I'm going to use several other pieces of the pipe cleaner just to create a wider border and more visual impact as I also introduce a green sparkly one. Meanwhile, I also want to add on another lovely embellishment using a piece of transfer from IOD. I find that they have such beautiful products. As I continue my crafting journey, I'm always discovering wonderful resources of products, and I do like to share those with you. Here you can see I'm adding some more of the pipe cleaners just to widen that border. And as I mentioned, now I'm introducing a green one to tie in that other accent color in the design. As often happens, these projects just evolve. As you work on these projects, you can see what looks appealing and what embellishments would enhance your overall effect. Now, as we return to the Nativity ornament, I want to show you that because the canvas was a bit flimsy, I did glue on some cardboard. And to decorate the back of the cardboard, I added on a pretty piece of rice paper to the back just to give it a decorative finish and coordinate with the colors of the design. And now I'm going to go ahead and just use a line of hot glue to attach our domed cover to the decorative canvas. This sparkly, fine beaded chain will add a beautiful embellishment to the outer rim. And I've chosen this green because I thought it would be really pretty with the colors in the design. A fine line of clear Elmer's glue, which I purchased from the Dollar Tree, works perfectly to adhere the sparkly chain. And there you have it, the sweet nativity framed within the dome of the ornament. Now our next project is the quickest of all, and the result is amazing. I'm using one of these transfers from IOD's new Christmas collection book. I'm not affiliated with IOD in any way, but I do love their products, and I've become hooked on all of their new transfers and molds. And here I'm cutting out, using the grid lines, one of the sweet little birds on a nest. I thought it would just be a beautiful design to decorate this simple white ornament. I honestly can't remember where I bought this, but I'm definitely going to look for more of these because it provides a perfect backdrop for these transfers. I'm going to use, first of all, a pair of scissors just to cut more closely around the design. Then I'll remove the back sheet and I'll use the transfer rubbing tool that comes with the collection to transfer this design to the front of this ornament. The nice thing about these transfers is that you can use them in their entirety or cut pieces and use them in any design arrangement that you like. So I've just cut out a portion that I thought would nicely fit across the front of this ornament. And now, after taking off that back sheet, I'm just going to go ahead and use this tool to transfer the design onto the ornament. As you use even pressure against the sheet, you can see that the transfer begins to release very easily from the carrier sheet. Sometimes I use the edge of my fingernail too, just to get little small portions of the design to release completely. But the fact that that sheet is translucent allows you to see through and see that the design is in fact releasing. If you see any areas that haven't completely released, just carefully lay the sheet back down and continue rubbing over the surface. Within minutes, you'll see an amazing transformation. And as you can see, as I lift up that carrier sheet, you have a most exquisite ornament. It looks as though the design has been hand-painted on the surface. That little space there could be personalized, and I'm going to leave it blank and just wonder what your ideas would be for personalizing it. Now I'm choosing a ribbon to tie around the top of the ornament. I thought this gray was very luxe and pretty as far as drawing out some of the coloration in the bird. But then I decided it was a little too wide, so I chose instead some of the ribbon from Dollar Tree. This sweet cotton lace just adds to the charm and simplicity of this most exquisite design. Of the 3 ornaments, this was by far the easiest one, and I think the effect is incredibly beautiful. You could make and sell these. They take less than 10 minutes to do. You can see I used a portion of the transfer on the back side as well. Here are all the ornaments side by side. Each one is completely unique, and together they look so magical, perfect for your Christmas tree or even as handmade gifts. Between the beauty of the Rose Forever roses and these handmade ornaments, today has been all about celebrating creativity and elegance. I hope you feel inspired to try one or all of these techniques at home. And if you'd like to place an order for the Rose Forever, you can use my coupon code and link in the description box below. That will give you $20 off your order. And if you've enjoyed this video, please do like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss the next creative adventure. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. Take care, and God bless. And may God bless and protect the United States of America.